Oh man, good morning. I haven't done one of these in a long time. God, it's been a while. It's been over a year. But I got some time before I go to this business meeting with my home. Shout out to Right Now Page from Proud America. Those of you who know me, for whatever reason you know I'm a basketball guy. By nature, I don't know, but I'm a basketball guy. So what I want to title this is Move on a Pivot. Now, for those of you not in the basketball world, a pivot is when you catch the basketball and you move one foot around to create space without dribbling. Move on a pivot. But I'm doing this video and I named it Move on a Pivot to give you an explanation on how to move in life in a different direction. Like, most of us have formal education of some sort, be it junior college, real estate, whatever your education level may be. You've been taught to move and think and operate in certain ways that are conducive to your lifestyle, which is not an issue. But sometimes in life, you have to move on a pivot. Football players call it fast twitch muscles. Sometimes I could be going in this direction that I think I need to go in, that I've been raised to go in, that I've been taught to go in, and I need to move on a pivot. I need to stop immediately, right now, and change my angle and go a different direction. Now, when I move on my pivot, it's gonna seem strange to people. Why you do that? Man, woman, you got this, you got that. Why you do that? Because I'm not doing that. I was doing that for y'all. I went to college for my mom. I work at this job to impress people that truly don't care about me. But deep down inside, I want to be an artist or a rapper or a writer or a hairstylist. And I've come to a point in my life where I need to move on a pivot. Now, I had a conversation with my best friend in the whole world yesterday as we driving. It was about my kids and how expensive they are. And he told me, I told you when we were children not to duplicate what your father did. And I remember distinctly us having that conversation. We don't remember the details, but I remember that being in there. And I didn't listen, of course, because I'm a knucklehead. So here we go, 15, 16 years later into parenthood. And I finally move on a pivot with my life and with my parenting. Now, I piss and I moan and I complain, but I've done a lot of things to satisfy myself. I lived here, I lived there, I've done this, I've done that. But for the first time in a long time, I decided to move on a pivot. So I put my foot in the ground and I turned. And now I'm going a different way. And it has nothing to do with the concepts, expectations, ideas of anyone else besides myself. It has nothing to do with anything besides creating a life for my babies that my parents didn't create for me. Now, everybody gets to a place in life where they say, you know, I'm cool right here. Well, for those of you on my friends list that aren't from where I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, population 75,000. Highest murder rate, United States of America, per capita. I come from a city of absolute poverty, death, and destruction. So when I hear people from my city say, I'm cool, I just want to be comfortable, by all means, that's okay. But what's comfortable for you can be completely uncomfortable for me. So not saying how you live is wrong. It's not for me or others. So if you can get anything from this, is to move on a pivot. Put your foot in the ground and turn in any direction opposite of what you're doing if you feel you need to pivot. Now, if you feel what you're doing is working, that's fine. But there's a lot of people on my friends list and in my circle that I know or that I'm associated with or who I speak to who are putting on what my adopted mother, Denise Bungie, used to say, putting on airs for people. It's harder to wake up and be somebody that somebody else wants you to be than it is to wake up and be yourself. I spent years trying to be somebody else. And if you know me, you probably know that. Like, I wanted to be captain of the cool kids. I wanted to fit in, but I was made to stick out. I've always been abnormal. Since birth, I've always been abnormal, I've always been different. And if you know my mom, she's a weirdo. So I've always been different. So I spent a lot of my young adult, late teen adult life trying to fit with people I was meant to stick out from. And it wasn't until I decided to be myself that I'm looked at as being weird. And I'm cool with being weird. It's fun to be yourself. I'm cool with it. And I suggest that everybody else be cool with it. Because when your number is called and you stand before the God that you believe in, he's going to ask you, what did you do with the life I gave you? And your response can't be, I had hella swag. I spent a lot of bread. I had hella money. What did you do with the life I gave you? Who did you impact? Who did you help? Who did you save? Who did you try? What did you try to do? What did you leave for your legacy, your bloodline, your family? And all those things come to mind when I think of moving on a pivot. Because I know whenever my parents go to glory, if you believe in that thing, they're going to leave a won't, not a will. Which is fine. But that's a lesson for me that when it's my turn to go to glory, I need my kids to know that I did right by them. And no matter how long it takes to fix what's broken, all you got to do is decide to move on a pivot. So, as I'm finishing up this video, and I'm going to this meeting, remember, it's cool to be you. It's cool to do you. And if you go in a direction that you really don't want to go, just move on.